Britain is doomed, everyone. That is, if we don't do something. We can't just sit back and leave it to our children and their children to sort this mess out. We've got traitorous leaders doing everything they can to ruin our great land. We're a lawless and defenceless, legally, nation. Back in the day, we used to ship criminals over to Australia, didn't we? We got them out of our lands, even for things like stealing food. So, minuscule crimes. Now it seems the world is doing exactly that back.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
With our leaders, establishment, media, NGOs, judges and law systems backing it all, an end of an empire by its own hand. As you're aware, they are using dingy dodgers as a way to campaign and not actually do anything. Meanwhile, they're actually shipping more and more and more. We've had Conservatives for 13 years, and that was the promise that they gave us every single time. Politicians do not fix problems, they use them against us. If you haven't seen that already, you're blinkered. Thankfully, all of you, and more every day, are not. And we see them, don't we, everyone? We have issues with fighting age men coming in and being criminal scum. We've also seen our leaders' complete lack of will or want to fix our mass migration problem, dinghy dodgers included. We also know that a lot of Albanians have come in the illegal crossing, despite not being refugees, despite coming from a safe nation, and despite being in the EU Schengen zone. 10,000 is what they tell us about, so it's probably going to be a lot more. And we have deals to send them back, yet we aren't sending any back. Listen to this travesty by government and courts. Half of Albanian migrants granted asylum despite coming from a safe country. 10,000 single adult men, noting that it represented about 2% of the entire adult male population of Albania between the ages of 20 and 40. If it was that bad, wouldn't we be getting elderly, women, and etc. first? No, that's not how it works, is it? Migrants from Albania actively tried to game the system by taking advantage and using the persistent delays in settling asylum cases by the government. Even though they have no right to asylum, we still allow them to go through the process, which is our money that's paying for it, in order to abscond from the authorities and then work on the black market in Britain. So slave trade, basically. We've got an active slave trade within our own nation. Brilliant, isn't it? Despite the prevalence of criminality among the Albanian migrant population in Britain, with the nationality comprising the single largest population of foreign criminals in the UK prisons, the Parliamentary Committee said that the government should not scapegoat Albanians for their failure to prevent them from absconding into the country. Typical rubbish you hear, isn't it? You can't blame them all, but you can. If you factor proportionality, we can, can't we? Which is why these fraggles never use that method. Now you're probably wondering why we're actually granting that many asylum claims. Well, according to the Ministry of Justice figures, almost 1,400 Albanian foreign nationals are currently in custody in England and Wales, compared to just over 800 in 2019. Those from the Balkans now make the biggest number of all foreign inmates in the UK's soaring prison population and fall just second to the biggest overall nationality, British prisoners. And considering the nation is mostly British people, you can understand why it would be British prisoners at the top. But proportionally wise, 2% of Albania now make up 1,400 of our criminals in prison. Now that's a massive increase, nearly double in a 4-year period. Yeah, it's nothing to worry about, everyone. It's our strength, isn't it, diversity? The arrangement will also see Britain provide support to Albania to help modernise its own prison systems. And here we have the reason, and the reason why I said that we are a prison nation now. According to the department, we won't send them home because now they've got tough jails. Are you kidding me? So because their jails aren't up to standard, our standard, which is PlayStation, TV and lots of free time, because they're not up to our standard, we can't send them home. Are you serious? And that's why I brought in the judges as well. Absolute joke, isn't it? All at our expense, obviously. We are the prison of the criminal world. And on top of that, they want to fix their nation with your money too, making prisons. Now it sort of exposes that they know that these people are criminals right off the bat. If the only way to fix it is to build more jails, then that says that they know that they will be going to jail, which means that they will be committing crimes against me, you, and your family. Your family doesn't matter to them, obviously. Just ship them in, more and more. While they all claim it's really, really bad what's happening, and the only way, everyone, the only way to fix it is to vote for them. Even though they've been telling us that for the last 20, 30 years and not fixed a thing. Liars, one and all. Let me know what you think, though, everyone. I'd like to know your opinion. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.